And then big energy. Welcome to another episode of Rescue at Raxis.
Way.
Bigger energy.
Way.
Wait.
Oh god, we're gonna die, we're gonna die, we're gonna die!
Too much energy. Save it for later when it matters. Last time, the party, well, what did you guys do? There's a tasty inspiration waiting for someone who can recount.
We decided not to open a bar.
And then we found a way to legally get inside the closed off city.
With a reward.
By asking at the front door.
Look at it this way, it makes it easier to get out of afterwards, possibly.
Considering you were the one who questioned someone who was in there, you should know better. You don't remember, do you?
Asked if
I
someone was in
remember.
there.
The silence says everything. Yes.
Yeah, we asked the kobold how to get in there, unless you're talking about the
No,
When
this
you-
was before we even went for the tree.
Yeah, this is a
Yeah,
while
so-
back.
the guy at the fountain.
Webgun, do you remember?
Vaguely,
Gonna
not very well.
take that as a no, yeah. Anything else? Because we did spend 3 hours yesterday, or last week.
Wait to the. No, wait, that was before. Yeah, I think it was. Oh, wasn't that the same day where the Canadians went to the Foggle Clumps, or was it the session bore, fell to the Foggle Clumps to find out about the trash in the ring?
Yeah, it was the session before.
Yeah.
Doing well, doing well.
Castalia went and did some smithing, the smithing done
That you did.
on her shield.
And the
Of
shield-
course, training, and of course, helping Droop with the spells, getting back eyes.
Yes, there was that point where Castalia returned home to find it covered in various chunks of badger. Things were quite unpleasant.
Of course, paying the money to the halfling.
Which took a while,
And I
yes.
was going, and Zazzle was about to start the training montage.
Yes, we were starting off in the morning. She decided not to go to the darkness while it's dark. Might be a good idea. So it is morning, at home, at what was once called the Foam-Kissed Lips. There is a rowdy beast in a cage. It's still the size of a house cat, maybe a little denser. 6-legged. The eyes have a dim green glow behind them. They used to just be all black. That was a day ago. One of the tendrils is now a few inches long and just sort of lazily dragging against the side of the cage, while it, meanwhile, has got its paws through the gaps and trying to claw the lock open. And that's what you've been hearing the whole night, Malgern, in your bedroom.
It's fine. He's just hungry. Maybe I should let him out. Maybe he wants to sleep with me. Maybe I should have let him out. I don't know. Or let her out. I'm sorry. Yeah, let her out.
After all, you've got to try and be a better parent than than a door or two away, where there is
That's
still a very
too
grumpy
hard.
owlbear Pufflet.
I shouldn't be too
I
hard
would
on him.
still be petting him and giving him lots of attention and love.
He is still sulking. Anyway, it is the morning. You guys have had various states of restful sleep. And you have an agenda. Although if you're actually going to do it or not, who knows? This is D&D. So, we're on the city view.
Yep.
You have options. You have occupations. You could just bum around and look for other things as well. There are various bulletin boards with a couple of jobs on them. And the town guard are always looking for new people.
Well, we should probably pay the people who actually ran the pub the money out for them for the wages.
That would be a good idea before we disappear.
How much money was left after paying? Rain.
I do not recall. I really don't recall.
Okay, how much money did we make?
Yeah, I don't recall. Yeah, I don't remember this. This is a
Right.
week ago.
This is a reminder
Yeah.
from your friendly DM. Keep notes, especially of relevant events you did last fucking week.
You don't have an adventures journal like me?
You know, I didn't have it. I wasn't putting it in my phone.
You have the thing called notepad.exe.
Also, if you
Yeah,
look at this bio page of your character sheet, there's lots of empty fields of text you can put shit into.
Yeah, I can't do that though because
Let me know you want to do that. I'll mute us.
okay.
Okay, well, it was 1,200. It was an equivalent amount of 1,200 gold, if I remember correctly.
Which was a nice haul.
Mm-hmm. We had to pay him 60% of 1,200.
Mm.
Now, what is 50% of 1,200? That would be 600. So he will have to have 700 gold.
So we get 480 on my calculation.
Yep.
See,
Now.
dwarves can do math.
How much of that would then go into wages for the people who actually did work?
I mean, they also set up the thing. It's kind of up to you guys here. You realize, but they didn't say anything about a fee. They just wanted their wages.
Here's a copper. Now get out of my house.
It's time to make a business. It's time to make a business decision.
Zazzle would probably just give them half of what was left over. It's just Zazzle's thinking.
Because he's still sitting on his 200 platinum in a box.
Yeah, I was gonna say what happened last time Zarzul made a business decision.
Now,
How many people do we actually have to pay?
Megrin, the barman. Karen was definitely on waiting staff. And then you saw 6 other dancers that were recruited in. You don't know if Frida helped out, or if she just hung around in Siegfried's room. But those are the ones you saw working that day.
So let's say let's assume we should probably talk to Megrin and find out exactly who all was doing what.
I was just Karen.
True.
Yeah, I think Karen might have a better idea. For Maker is probably just people milling about while he was drinking most of the stuff.
Plus, you are counting on his recall of evenings.
Mm.
Yeah.
As Karen did tell you, he never left the bar, and those guys were open for about 4 days straight.
I'd say, considering the situation and the fact that we weren't here at all, why don't we just take just a little tiny bit and give the rest of it to them because they did the work.
Give them 3/4, and then we have to pay a little bit of tax on whatever we got left over.
Yeah.
Actually, that was the windows that were damaged.
Yeah, there are 3
Yeah.
windows now just boarded up, with no glass in them.
Okay, so that'd be a fair point. Let's see if we repair the windows, see what's left after we repair the windows. and then we figure out what's left.
I think it was like 10 gold for each window. So
You're all sitting at PCs but have a calculator. You have mobile phones that have a calculator. I'm just pointing this out.
oh yeah, no, I'm just waiting to hear you correcting me on the price of the windows.
Yeah, 10 gold.
Yeah, okay, so that's 30 gold off at least from that to cover the expenses.
Yeah.
So that would be 450 then if it was 480 we had.
The mound of coins around the two wizards at the table. There's a cheese board. There's little bits of sweetened hams and little slices and stuff. There's porridge bowls. And then it's just all of this fucking currency being splitted about on how much do we pay the people who ran this business.
If we have 450 left, my suggestion would be 400 to them. They can work out who gets what portion. We have the 50, and we'll cover taxes, and then we'll cover the rest is just there, because we didn't do very much regarding this at all.
It's probably a good thing we didn't get to run a business here.
Yeah.
You're not winning brownie points by giving them most of the money. I'm just going to remind you of that.
Yeah. I'd say give to be generous for people who had been working there and otherwise been staying. Give them 100. Give them 175 gold. 175 gold to split among them. That's a lot of money. Remember, they're also actors.
Wow. Also, don't forget this, of course. It is your home, technically, for a while. And they are also banking off your names. Well, 3 of your names.
How about instead of 175, let's just go with the 200.
Fine.
There we go. Easy peasy.
All right. Go down there with 200 gold to them. Now, what items are people thinking about bringing into the dark zone?
Well, first off, I think we need to get a hold of some more diamonds because we're low. We only have 1.
Yeah, in case my cat dies, because I'm bringing my cat.
No, you got a second one from Madagoon, or was that your last one left?
Oh yeah, no, we did get.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we did get like 1 or 2, yeah. Because we only had 1, so yeah, okay.
I think the kitty's big enough. The kitty's coming with me.
Still, we probably still need more.
I'm going to be doing training montage in the background at the moment, trying to teach this little kitty useful things and behavior.
And then let me do a double check and make sure exactly how many diamonds we have in the treasury.
Yep. Alright, you and Malgern have a little conflab there on what you're going to do with this displacer beast, which is not a cat, it's a displacer beast. It's a reminder.
Displacer cat.
Okay, we have 2 diamonds currently.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Cornelius, there's a little bit of a fidgeting tap of a spoon on a bowl beside you.
Yes.
I don't know if I should say this. I don't want to go there. To the dark place.
All right.
Sounds fair enough.
Can I not go?
Tapping on his bowl. I pictured this.
It's just very nervous.
Hmm.
I also don't want to just stay in the house.
Well, we can try and maybe ask if Maker could look after you.
He looks at your face, and you can tell by his expression he's got the same sort of feelings about it as you probably do yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Sorry, my mother called me.
Okay.
Because we don't know a whole lot of people who could look after you here.
Uh-huh. Just, yeah, I don't want to go there. Is that alright? I know I'm an apprentice and I have to learn, but I'm really scared.
It's okay.
That's fine, Drew.
So it's okay, but I don't go.
It's absolutely fine.
Oh, okay.
You have had a very rough week.
Okay. Yep. He's happy enough as he starts back on his breakfast. Okay,
Now,
Malgern, what are you and Zarzul doing with the Displacer Beast?
Okay, so with the displacer cat, just has 6 legs. It's still a cat.
With the Fey Horror, yes.
Look at.
Yeah.
So you
It's
all
not
get
Fey Horror.
you all get breakfast with a show as you get to look over at these two. There is the caged beast, Displacer Beast. It seems a bit ornery. It doesn't like being in a cage. It was okay for a while, but it is tired of being in one location. Which is funny because it's always in two. Haha. So, Chucklefucks, what are you doing with it? It is incidentally, it is a new day for that ring.
he's talking about the animal talking ring.
Mm-hmm.
Or you might want to do this the more effective way.
I don't like that.
Because Rain hasn't gotten much with just talking to him.
Wait, so talking isn't the more effective way?
It depends on the creature and the treatment.
Yeah.
And letting it do things.
Doesn't want to be in the cage anymore.
I don't
Do
think
we
it-
have? Do we have a
Yeah.
collar in the lead that would that one of
Okay,
the
we could probably
couple
just use
that's
the
old
book now.
or something?
I don't think we do, but I would suggest you go get one if we're going to be going someplace.
Oh, it's just some odds and ends of leather and whatnot. You'd probably do. You just
Yeah,
you'd have some to replace straps of armor and whatnot.
So I'm gonna try to fashion, like, put it on a leash of some sort.
I try and convince the beast to we'll let that in a second. We just need to get some form of control.
Trying to do a little bit of a Crocodile
Okay,
Dundee
right.
calming thing.
Yeah, basically.
Roll me a animal handling.
Uh-oh.
It's not bad.
What's the
It's
damage?
you've gotten a few nips on the fingers, and you've taken in total a whole 1 damage. Because luckily you've got chunky scales. But it's not, it's not entirely cooperating, but eventually you sort of get it down to where it's still a bit rearing, it's still got the fur bristled. But it's not going to bolt.
This is a good start.
At least
I
it looks
try
that
and
way.
explain to it that the collar is required for it to be leaving the cage.
It seems a little distracted as you try to explain this, because it glances over at Pufflesworth. You can see the eyes sort of narrow a bit, The green light getting wider in the black sclera.
I summon a rat from my hat. Try to get it to pay attention.
That
to
is all its attention now.
Good.
Question is, how much of Buffle's Riff attention did it also get?
He also looks at this, but then he also seems to look at Malgern and then back at you. And then he wriggles.
For getting out of the cage, I give the beast a rat.
Again, it's kind of horrific. There's a lot of noises from that rat. The rest of you were still enjoying breakfast up until the vicious murder, gradual. It really doesn't want to kill it.
Oh, she likes to play with her food.
Yes, play is a term for it. As you get to see a piece of his back come away from the little nubs of spikes on his tentacle as it just brings itself bodily down against it. It looks very proud.
It should be.
But as you and Zarzul get a bit closer, it sort of, does a little circle around its kill. It's not letting you guys get close.
Okay.
You know, you could have gone to another room and done this. It's not exactly the most appetizing to listen to a rat scream.
It's a lot of really discordant squeaks.
Do I say it? I almost point at the group and go, I don't have to listen to that scream. But no. I'm just thinking it loudly.
I mean, you tried to get him to scream by putting a fucking rat on his stomach to eat its way out.
Yeah, someone give me a blowtorch. Gonna fast and furious this shit.
How does the fireball where you have to do your own save sound like?
Yeah, you have spell shaping. Make sure it gets all in there. Yeah.
Yes, it's a fireball that is just purely dwarf shaped.
Okay. Don't worry, it'll clean itself up. It's fine.
Yeah. So these two are in the next stage. How about the rest of you?
Well, are people thinking about bringing? People thinking about bringing any items from the treasury with them? Guess I'm thinking about bringing the circlet with me, the one with the scorching ray in it.
Yeah, it's weird how that's just fucking sat in storage for so long.
Well, I have the earring of comprehend languages on me. Anything else?
And I'm also thinking about bringing the potion of giant growth, just in case we need to do a hasty e-wag over the walls.
No one's gonna react to that suggestion?
No, that sounds right to me.
Yeah, you could just say, okay, yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, seems good to me.
She's been playing too much Destiny. Her guardian doesn't talk.
Yeah, but there's also the devil. And the man who is haunted by everything. At the table.
Don't forget to
Try
bring.
not to think about where I'm going to end up going. That area is out the back in the kitchen looking to see if he can find one more drink of alcohol.
I mean, there's your own private supply. You still had a couple of wine bottles and whatnot in storage.
I, for some reason, still have a bottle of Dragon Bile.
Yeah.
I have no idea why.
You got that way back in the first
Yeah.
beginner module. Along with potentially weird invisibility potion.
Hmm.
So, a casual reminder, but this moment is all on you guys.
Yep.
Is anybody gonna bring the healer's kit just in case?
I'll bring it. Just actually have some medicine.
Okay, good.
Well, actually, a healer's kit means you don't even have to do a medicine roll, it just stabilizes. It's got 10 uses. I think, unless you've used that one. I don't think you have, though.
No, we have.
It's pretty much a spare of a dying cantrip in a pack.
Dying.
Theo, you there?
We can't hear you if you're there, Pew.
Might have got called away or something.
Alright, well, don't forget to stock up on healing potions.
Who ended up with the vine sword?
I don't think anyone's taken it yet.
No, Zarzul claimed it.
Oh, okay.
Because he currently has an attunement slot because he's a chicken.
I think we're all full, so at least most of us.
Cornelius basically only has the belt. Well, and the ring, I guess. Did the ring require attunement?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's quite potent after all.
And then I don't know about this circlet if that requires attunement as well.
Don't think it does, actually. I think it's just a one and done. Because it's just one use of Scorching Ray.
Oh, so it only has, it doesn't recharge the shot, or?
Oh, it recharges, but you just get one a day. And it's a lower DC, I think, than yours.
Yeah,
DC.
I've got-
Oh, never mind. Yeah, not DC to hit. Like, I think it's only... Hang on.
Well, it doesn't matter right now.
Well, no, but I don't have to do anything in this scene, so I can look this up while you guys decide what the fuck to do and actually engage.
Yeah.
So the only thing I can think of is we need to make sure we get them the coins to who it's owed. And then do we want to get another diamond just in case because we've got two.
I don't know. Does Siegfried plan on dying more than once?
He's not planning on dying at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna need more than the 2 diamonds, to be honest.
All right.
Considering we're supposed to just be in that part, like, if we're going to be in there for so long that we're going to require more diamonds, I think we are boned either way. I think it can wait until we've, if we make it out alive from out there.
And I mean, really, look around the table. Who would you really spend a diamond on?
I'm just saying that.
Wolfgang.
I'm just saying that if it's going to take more than 1 or 2 days, considering how much we would have to, like, if you're going to have to resurrect people twice in a day, or once every once every day, and I think it's gonna be. I think we're gonna have to withdraw at that point because holy shit.
Fair enough.
I think we're fine with just the 2 diamonds. I don't think we're gonna be able to just start helping people that much with resurrecting them from sudden death, because I imagine there's gonna be a lot of people in there that's gonna need help.
And Revivify does have its timer of a minute.
Yeah.
That's been going on for a while now. It's been going on since you entered the city. Alright, time to do things. Malgurn and Zarzul. You've got the leash. You've affixed it and taken another bit of a scratch. Malgurn, you've lost to 1 HP.
Oh no.
It's not like it's violently outbursting, but it's not going full along with this here. You're getting nips and claws when you've seen it could do worse.
Yeah.
It's 4 days old and it's already able to shred meat pretty well.
But that means it likes me if it's not trying to kill me yet.
Or it responds to the fact that you can make animals for it.
Yeah.
There is more intelligence behind this one's eyes than there is in that owlbear.
That
Yep,
doesn't
I'm
take
gonna-
much.
And I'm going to use that fact. I'm going to give the little beast a challenge. Can it behave better than the owlbear? Show itself to be smarter than the puff of...
Roll animal handling with disadvantage because you're trying to get some. You're trying to challenge a cat's ego.
What if I'm assisting him? Does that help at all?
It's a straight roll then.
Yeah,
But how are you
let's say
assisting?
there's 2 of us.
Hang on. But how are you assisting?
Give me help. Kind of giving it a nudge, like this I've got another rat, trying to give it the push, there's another rat in this for you. You like those, right?
You see it sort of tilt its head a bit. The shoulders rock slightly. It's definitely not moving in like newborn kind of way. This used to be a pink nub, and now it's a fully developed animal. And it seems to give something close to a shrug and a look away. Probably a yes.
You can expect. Yeah. That's pretty close to a yes in feline terms.
Yes. So, that's that done. The rest of you, and all of you in general. It's time to move out of the house. It's time to do things. Do it.
You sound like my mom.
Well, I'm gonna go and go down and pay the matron and the ladies for running the bar, and also going to ask that they can look after Troop while we go into the town. I don't know, Rain, if you want to have them look after Povelsworth as well.
I think I'll take Pufflesworth just because I don't trust that Pufflesworth isn't going to bite them.
No, that's a good idea. Go for it. Strengthen your bond.
I'm gonna take Pufflesworth with me. I know I'm gonna regret it. I know I'm gonna regret it.
So, who's next? Castalia, Siegfried? Tagging along or doing anything of your own?
Siegfried's just tagging along. Might grab a few rations and bits and pieces in case they're in the other town a bit too.
Yeah, well, currently the prices are the same, so you can just deduct that from your own personal amount.
Okay.
It might be a good idea to have a few spares just in case we find people in there. Food might be a premium.
I mean, even in the worst of situations, who's going to appreciate a hardtack? But it does come with little cheese balls and jerky, so, there's something good.
Somebody may appreciate a hardtack if it's the only food they've seen in 3 days.
Yeah.
Can confirm.
Mm.
I've been there.
You get to the dance hall, Cornelius, and it's still currently up for renovations, along with, you can see a plethora of incredibly brightly and vulgarly dressed people standing outside, because apparently they're hiring. Getting some new musicians, some new performers. But, asking around, people who are lolling about, they're able to find easily enough Megrin. Karen, they're not able to put a finger on quite as easily, but Megrin, they point to the nearest bar, which is no surprise, to be honest.
Main tag is where I'd be. So.
And as you enter, you can see that there's some people drinking quietly, the regulars who seem to never leave their bar stools and their cabinets. And you look across to see the huge form of Megrin propped up on a chair at the very back. He is hunched forward and sullen looking. And for once you see no drink around him.
Good morning, Megrin.
It is not.
Oh, how come?
It is another day of being less than even a quarter of a man.
What had happened?
He takes a hard look at you. You can see there's actually a little bit of anger in his face there, as just one stump goes out to the side and sort of hangs there.
Oh, was he not just making a joke about how he's still missing his legs or what?
It's not a joke. You can tell he's very serious right now, and strangely enough, sober. I see you not understand. You come. Come here. Sit down. Do you know what I am? And he's got these huge hands gesturing at himself, and they are much bigger than your head. You're realizing he is a big guy. Really big.
He was what was this? Giant of some sort, right?
Yeah, Goliath.
Goliath. Goliath.
That's right. And a Goliath is to be strong, is to be independent, and I am a wastrel. I am an invalid. I am worthless to my people. That is why I'm here, standing on stage performing for children who clap and praise and hello droop. I take one day, year, to think about this is what I am now. This is all I can be. I cannot be big fighter. I cannot be a Malgurn. I cannot even be a Kelvin. What am I? I am just a large lump of arms and a liver that I am trying to dissolve. Every day I do not drink, I feel that way. So no, is not a good morning, Mr. Scent.
Ooh.
Well, sorry to hear about that. I came here to, well, probably not going to help a whole lot, but I did come here with the money that you and the ladies have managed to earn yourself while working in our establishment.
That is good. We will be out of work for some days more, yes. I know you got different impression from me. And I do love to be on the stage. That is not a lie. I am just, this is not what I am. I should be walking in mountains with the herd. I should be a warrior. I should be practically a chieftain, and I am here as something to look at and laugh at. I am an action figure. I am just something here to be bought and gawked at. I was something more.
You know, I can emphasize to that, oddly enough.
You can?
Yes. My family used to be something more. They're only a shell of what they are now. A shadow. A mockery of what our great hopes used to be.
But that's... I am not belittling it, but it is different for you. You are human, yes.
Yes.
I have seen so many of you and the dwarf where family is what matters. For Goliath, it is all about what we are, ourselves. We must stand tall. No one is to help. But I need help daily. And I hate that. I detest what I am. So much of a day is why I drink. and I will not be able to get off this, so I will not hold up your entire day with this. Just, yes, you are passing on coin. I will get it to the rest of the girls and men. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Yes, there is actually something you can help me with.
Yes?
Actually, hang on a minute. Was it? Hang on, my computer's not coming up. There we go. Going into black screen because I hadn't moved the mouse.
Ooh.
You see, while you might not feel too well about yourself, I do know one thing is that I can't trust you. And well, as a kind of pick up the droop, going to have
He's just hanging there.
I am going to ask you
Hi.
if to have to ask you to look after Droop for a little while.
Yes, no problem. He is a nice boy. I will take him to my home. Karen can look after him, make sure he is fed, for she looks after us both.
And I assume you can protect him from any danger.
I am not many things, but I can beat up a bully in town.
That's good. Is that okay with you, Droop?
Yeah. It's okay. Why
Alright,
is...
well,
Psst, psst, psst.
hang on.
I'm noticing that everyone gets very sad after they drink a whole lot. Why don't you?
Because I don't drink that much.
Oh, okay. So it's because the alcohol does it, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, so, you know what, Droop? This is going to take a while to explain.
Oh,
When I
okay,
come back,
okay,
I'll
sorry.
I'll explain in more detail.
No, it's my fault. Sorry.
No, it's fine, Droop. It's always good to be curious. Just, while you're at Makerans, maybe don't ask him about that, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Good.
Oh yes, you will be needing to know where I live. We have a bundle of apartments by the waterfront, long street from the dance hall. It basically points over here. Yeah. Most of us who are in the show and perform in other places, we all live there, so will be easy to be found.
Alright,
But-
thank you for this.
I will do you also think. You should think more of yourself, Mr. Sint. Because a family is nothing but other names and other people. They are not what you do. The people I come from are seen as cruel because if one falls down, we leave them. But that is because they cannot stand alone. But there is a strength in that. There is a pride not to be a burden. To be something that can be looked upon with awe. So, do not worry about shit family. Make new name.
Unfortunately, other people are relying on that family name outside of my family. That's the issue of it all.
Well, I am just giving you a point of view from my people.
And I appreciate it.
One above all is very simple, but there is still time for the little ones. To those who can't stand just yet. And he just gives this gigantic fucking stone slab hand, comes down and just lightly taps Droop on the head. So you'll be safe, you'll be fine. You may go.
Thank you. uh, I'll be coming around with him once we have decided on when we're going.
There will be no problem at all. The girls will love him.
I'm sure they will. Thank you, and well, have a day then.
Yes. You too have a moderate day, Mr. Sent. Bye. Please come back.
Yeah, I said of bringing Duke back until we were going.
Oh, right. But you're leaving him there.
Yeah, I'm not leaving because it's about to make I gotta put it, at least take him to the living place once we actually agree on leaving.
Yep. So that's Cornelius done. What about the rest of you?
I'd just be working with Bufflesworth to try to get the yes, when I say stay, you will stay.
No. Not even using the ring yet, you can tell he's saying no.
And I will have a piece of meat.
Well, you know what's happening. He's pawing for the meat.
Yeah, no.
He's not paying
He won't
attention at
get
all to you. He's just pawing for the meat.
And he won't get it unless he decides to follow instructions.
So while that eternal war is going on, Siegfried, Castalia, Zarzul.
Yep. Trying to waterproof
Getting-
some of my gear.
That is a thing you guys haven't decided yet, how you're getting in. Which route are you taking?
I thought we talked. It was going to be the.
You talked options. But yeah, there was the front door, the simplicity of it. But yeah, waterproofing the gear, good idea. Easy enough job, you know what you're doing, Siegfried.
Yep. Just getting my gear in slightly decent order before it gets ripped and shredded and bitten.
Scribing down a will. Who gets what? I mean, it's if Siegfried drops that luck sword, that's going to be hotly contested.
Just think how that could improve my nature roll.
Mm-hmm. Not at all. It only does saves.
There's also the ring.
Mm-hmm. The ring is also a great one. Yeah, Siegfried's festooned with protective stuff. Alrighty then. So I'm guessing there's nothing else going on here apart from two people trying to deal with animals. Zarzul helping out with one of them.
3 people with animals.
Well, Zarzul doesn't have to... Well, Wolfgang doesn't have to give any lesson to Zarzul right now.
Wolfgang's probably looking on at interest and seeing how they're doing.
Yep. But from a distance. He doesn't want to get near the displacer beast. Pavlsworth is easy. You just flip him over. Cornelius returns, droop in tow. Things are arranged and settled. What's your next step?
So then, have everyone got them their things in order?
Yep, I'm all good. Does everybody have their potions if they're going to be bringing a potion?
Do I have potions? That is the question.
Do you have your potions? Do you have your rope? Do you have your accountability buddy?
I have 0 potions, so
I would go dig one out.
okay.
And remember to go before you arrive.
That was just me digging up a potion.
No, that was the cat unplugging my headphones.
How about you, Castalia? You got your whatever you need?
Pretty much. I'm just gonna tell my boss that I'm not gonna be around for a bit.
Don't forget, we do still have other potions as well.
I have one.
I'm talking about other potions, non-healing kind. We also had.
After all, for your big play, who's going to be chugging the potion for giant growth?
Well, so far, Cornelius at least has it on him.
The biggest wizard. But the spells come out the same size.
Yeah, I figured with giant growth, it's more like if we need to do an emergency extraction from the town.
I'm just loving the idea of he, gesticulates with his orb, and then the tiniest little specks from up high start to sail down as he casts magic missile. Phenomenal cosmic pew pew.
Yeah, we have a potion of heroism. Malgorn.
Yes.
You look like you could
Sorry,
use some.
barely hear him.
You look like you could use some additional heroism.
I'll
Dead
see.
again, turning you up.
The Malgorn, Siegfried, do you want the potion of heroism?
What does a potion of heroism do?
It is-
5 temporary hit point advantage on fear check and lasts for 1 hour.
Sure. I don't think I'll need it, but you never know.
Okay. So, do all your paperwork. Castalia, you head off to the job. Anything specifically you want to say to Yosef?
Just that it's adventurers doing what adventurers do. And here to open up the closed off part of the city.
Oh, I have the slums.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, take care. I've no idea what's going on in there.
I'll give you a full report if you're interested.
At least don't lose the arms then.
I don't plan on it.
Alright. Talk to you when you get back, I suppose.
Indeed. I'll see you then.
Fuck. Gonna get well behind my workload now. And then you all head up, across the main street, past the market. There is a bit of a bustle, a bit of a procession going past you. A few people on horseback, mostly blue tabards. And Siegfried and Cornelius, give me a dex save.
Set.
Siegfried, you managed to catch a little blue handkerchief in your hand. It's fairly high quality, actually. As you look to the source of it, you can see that there's a woman just putting down the faceplate of her armor. She gives you a bow of the head. Cornelius, the same thing happens to you, but you don't quite catch it in time. It keeps wafting just out of your reach. Like you just have the instinct to grab it, and there's a bit of a laugh, and the knight who tossed it to you seems to be sort of getting ribbed by her friends.
I used Mage Hand and then grab out after it.
Yeah, you managed to get it before it lands. At which point there's a very little cheer. Will you try to grab it?
Yeah, I got a 10.
Cornelius, roll me Arcana. There you go. The ghostly hand snatches it before you manage to get your filthy, scaly mitts on it. And they continue riding out, heading for the east gate. You guys yourselves continue west, then up into the Temple District. The noise in Cobalt House is just beginning, really. And then there is the great looming walled-off area. Several gleaming armored crusaders marching back and forth.
So I assume we hit the. I've dropped up the troop or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just felt we wanted to get to this bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, you would have made a wee diversion. It's a small apartment building, lots and lots of people packed in the rooms that are too small for them. And a lot of familiar faces and a hell of a lot to see. Very, very pretty people, in general. A bard's paradise.
Now I just hear Gangster's Paradise playing in the background.
That's what Droop will be singing the whole time as he walks around it.
They'll spare the most of our lives.
I always knew I'd be born on the streets. Can't take the hood out of a goblin. Okay, and now you stand before the walled-off area.
Try to look for where that seems to be like some semblance of a gate.
There's one bit that seems to be movable, yeah, and it's the place that has the two most static of patrolling knights. You've ones made the agreement.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we were meant to get the rest of your names, so if you just all sign here. Just unfurls the same document you saw, Cornelius.
Mm-hmm.
It's even the same one you yourself signed.
Are you sure?
Quill and ink is provided.
That's okay. I have my own.
Of course he
Well, your name's already on it.
Yeah. Yeah, but I can lend it out to other people. So people signing.
Yeah, Zazul's gonna scratch his little signature in the corner somewhere.
I'm sure you've been told we've no idea what's beyond this. No doubt it's evil. And we've had no one been able to come out here since it happened. One group has gone in before. That was several weeks ago. Seen nothing and heard nothing. May the gods look kindly upon you.
I'm guessing there's been. If it's been weeks, I'm guessing it's been quiet in there then.
We hear screams.
Ooh.
Recently.
Always.
Oh.
You all wait for a moment, as if he's saying it would cue it, but no. At night. Usually hear it more at night.
Siegfried's looking a bit shifty at the moment.
He always looks shifty. He's a fucking thief. But yeah, it's... As you get up close to it now and they pull aside the gateway, it is a roiling darkness. It actually looks a little bit familiar. At the back of your minds there is an itch of... When you were traveling down that stairway, it's not the same kind of look to it. This thing is more sort of mobile. Like, you can see patterns of various kinds of darkness throughout it. But it seems more solid than a gas. Luck to you all.
Yes. So. This is it, people.
Let's go.
I have a very bad feeling I'm gonna have to put on the hood again to actually see what's going on.
It's up to you. Alright, let's put Possible Worst back on here.
Time's up. Let's do this. Malgern Torvir!
Oh my god, he just went in there.
Quick, after him.
It's alright, Range got chicken.
You do have chicken.
And so, as you all step inside, a new sensation for several of you. You've been acquainted with darkness before, but now you are in a sort of perceivable darkness, but it is in color. It is pervasive. It is surrounding you guys.
Then I have your biscuit.
You do not.
So has the gate closed behind us?
You have no idea. You look behind you and you can just see the street itself continuing past where you guys entered from into darkness.
Alright.
Okay.
You do not see the square.
I'll try and cast dancing lights to see if that does anything.
They come up, but feeble. They are just providing little motes of light Enough to light up a face or a hand.
Is dark vision not working?
Dark vision is not working.
I know he just put me there to be funny, but I'm gonna leave myself there.
Yep.
Oh.
You are able to see a little bit of vague shapes around you. You can see that there are the built-up slum buildings sort of teetering around you guys, although this map is very organized because for some reason there's no fucking map of a proper, like, maze-like slum. I'm having to make do here. And as you all stand here in this area, hang on, I've got more description stuff to do.
I just wanted to mention that I put on the mage armor.
Yep. Good idea. It is very cold. Breath is coming out in full clouds. And you're starting to feel the chill, except for Castalia, although you do see little bits of the water covering her starting to flake. And then it continues to flake and cover before it just comes off. And you don't see water replacing it.
Well, at least there's not a high moisture in here.
And then, Castalia, you actually feel the cold. It's a first. You haven't felt the temperature change for a while. Since you did a little day of work at the forge.
Uh-oh.
Rain, you find yourself standing in a very simple leather armor outfit.
Oh.
Oh no.
More fur.
Oh no.
Which might lead to a wardrobe issue.
Oh no. Oh no, no.
You had your choice. You had your chance with the wedding dress. Now you're paying for it.
Siegfried's going to light his lantern.
The lantern does light, and you can see light is cast around you guys. You can see the buildings risen up around you. More worryingly, as you look behind you, you can see the path has been lit up, and it is reaching far further than the gate was, and you only see the buildings of the slum. You do not see the courtyard. You don't see the fountain. You don't see the wall you guys walked through.
Well, crud.
No turning back now.
Can I see if my bow still works?
I mean, why wouldn't your bow work? But
As you draw out this sharpened piece of stone, it's a sharpened piece of stone. You feel for the
okay.
crumbling dust, and you don't find it.
oh no.
Oh dear.
I'm afraid to ask, but my pouches are not malfunctioning, are they?
You reach inside, and you just feel the inside of the pouch.
Oh, thank God.
It doesn't go any deeper. You don't feel anything pulling for you either, which is reassuring in a way, actually.
I'm gonna test a theory here. I'm not gonna throw it at you hard. I'm gonna kind of like I'm just gonna casually toss the tosser at Cornelius. Let him
What?
know, see if he can catch it. No, I'm just kind of, not tossing you, but
Can't you just aim at some, like, the building?
But then I have to go get it. Fine. I'll throw my tosser over here. See if it comes
Thank you.
back.
It clangs against the wall, hits the ground, and the clang continues to echo.
All right, I go get the tosser. Well, shit.
It sounds like the sound is radiating from miles.
Oh shit. Well, I'm all out of ideas.
Let's get into a house quickly.
All right, can I enter this building at all?
You have to come around to the front of it, yeah. Right now you're looking at the side. You do notice that the windows are all boarded up.
All right. Any cracks or anything I can see through? That's probably not talking.
As you try to peer in, it is dark. There's only one light source, and it's on the belt of a rogue.
I also gotta turn on the light on my belt.
Yeah, there is now a bit more. You can see it's wide mezzanines because they don't do fucking slum maps. I hate this. Anyway, you can see that the house is heavily boarded up, and as you bring up the light, Cornelius, Malgern, you see it first. There is a blank face looking at you, made of wood, through the gaps. And then you sort of... It looks like sort of the mannequin you'd see in a dress shop. And the face is very simply carved.
Is there a sign above the door?
Nope. It looks like a home.
Why would a home have a mannequin?
And then there's the other side of the street here. There are no lights on currently.
Maybe everyone in here was turned to wood. Dun, dun, dun.
You joke about that.
It's been a theme lately. You guys did fight a tree after all.
Yeah, but we won, so it's over,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely over.
Alright, where's the door?
I assume this thing is like an overhang, right?
Yeah, the door will be there.
Now, remember
got it.
people, spacing people.
Alright, everyone clump up.
You also hear a heavy clattering of roof tiles up to the north.
Yeah, definitely. Let's get indoors. I don't want to know what that is.
There's a sound of a wooden flapping sign wafting against over here.
Does this look been boarded up from the inside or the outside?
Outside.
Oh, yeah, we probably shouldn't.
Let's take another building.
Alright.
As you saunter on a bit further. These are all technically enterable. It's just a obscure bit you guys have walked away from for some reason.
Are there any doors around look like we can get in that aren't boarded up?
Everything looks like it's been boarded.
Yeah, I'm gonna look to see if I
Okay.
can try to figure out how to open this door.
It looks easy enough, you just have to pry off the boards. There's a lot of them. Some have been nailed together pretty haphazardly.
Alright, so stealth is out of the question.
Yeah, let's get in here ASAP if we can, guys.
Oh, we're going over there? Okay.
There's noise to the north.
Yeah, it's easy enough to pry off. It doesn't take any roll.
Probably just very loud.
There's a sound of a pot breaking over here.
No, not the pot.
And as you rip down the first board, you hear subtle weeping from inside the house.
There might be survivors in here.
Cornelius, Malgern, Castalia, something whips past your eye line.
What was that?
Anybody else see that?
Mm.
I don't know what it was, but it was something.
It was almost like a small pale brown shape. But you were all looking in different directions at the time.
Oh, gee. Is there a dog running around here? Animal, something?
Do I see any tracks on the ground of things?
You see fairly muddied streets. You see, like, there's a lot of normal foot traffic here that's been dried in. Strangely enough, it's
Nothing recent,
like
though.
there has been a lot of rain for many days. This mud's dry.
Alright, well, should we get inside? You want to call out people inside that we're not here to hurt them?
Well, they've been boarded in.
Yeah, just we.
Sends Arzul in there. Hello, friend.
That doesn't mean anything because it could also be that they were boarded in. Somebody was trying to protect people.
You can always knock.
Yeah, because right now it might just be sounding to them that someone just is about to get inside to eat them.
Okay, I'm gonna knock, and then loudly say, "Hello, friends. Is anybody?"
Don't be loud.
Too late.
Help!
He already did it.
Everybody within a 50-mile radius is gonna know we're here.
And this is how the TPK happened. Hello, friends.
I think I heard someone say help.
Let's get in.
Alright. And
Trying to push the dancing lights inside the building.
Yep, hang on while I get things set up here for moving your tokens. Because it's a small house, and there's a lot of party.
And it's a small house after
It's-
all.
I should have made you guys drop more people. Hang on. Fuck's sake. Like, you guys are filling up 2 of the rooms here. And some of you are leaking out, so you all burst in, because there's no other way to do it.
what the hell is going on in here?
As Zarzul and Pufflesworth get pushed forward into the front room, while you guys are in this very cramped foyer. This place is... well, it's what you expect, Cornelius. That's the best that can be said. It is a hovel. It is not clean. It is not pleasant.
Which way did the voice come from?
Once you guys are inside, after all the clattering and noise, you don't hear it.
Where's that mannequin?
I mean, and it's a pretty small place, right? So we can know if someone was in
We lost the PO.
the box.
That's it.
Alright. Right, so what direction was the mannequin? Was it over here?
Nah, we're sort of tilting, so it'd be more over this way.
Okay. So I'd want to get on up over.
And
I'd
yeah,
want to-
because this is a poor house, you guys are fucking asses to elbows right now. People are having to reach over Malgern and Zarzul to get around.
I don't
think
like this.
Malgurn's right by the door we need to get through. Possibly?
Mm-hmm.
So, is the dancing light working in the building?
To the same degree, just little motes.
Okay.
I go to open the door to find where the mannequin was.
As you grab hold of a handle, it just comes apart in your hand.
Okay.
You can peer through the hole now, and you can just see it's another chamber. Just another place where people barely eke out a
Can I
living.
wedge the door open with my weapon?
You can just push. You feel as if you give any
Okay.
pressure, this thing's just going to come away.
Okay, so it's
Yeah,
not,
I
it's not
gotta
stuck yet.
push it open.
It just comes apart. Not any real degree of noise to it at all, but it just falls to bits. And I actually forgot to put a mannequin token here. Hang on. Because I made sure to keep track of these guys, but
got one on the desk. It's doing an Irish step dance.
yeah, I forgot to put them here, though.
What do you mean you forgot to put them?
Yeah, the tokens of the mannequins just show where they are.
Okay.
And you just see it's dressed in very worn-out clothing, and it's just bolted there. It does have feet and hands. It's not a dress shape, it is a full body. It just stands there.
Okay. I lean back and I look and I say, okay, guys, if something bad happens, make sure to yank me out, okay? And I kind of go up over there to look at the mannequin.
And you hear the door being put into place behind you.
Give me a strength save, Ray.
Okay. No.
As you approach, your foot goes down a rotten bit of floor paneling, but you also see something rise up very quickly from in front of you, and it's a bunch of sort of jagged bits of metal, but there's a seepage to them. There's an ooze, and it just, for your weight, it's being driven up towards you at high speed, kind of like a rake.
Oh, God.
Oh, that was meant to be 2d8, so, but still, just take 7 poison damage. Give me a con save.
Sorry, I did the math wrong there on that. Just wanted to-
Yeah.
And con
Well,
save.
I did it wrong. It hurts. It stings. But you feel a bit okay as you push this aside. You have to bring your own foot up in order to get the weight off it. This thing was a pretty well done trap.
Guys. Ow.
What happened?
I just kind of gesture down considering he's in here now.
Yeah, this thing looks like a jagged sort of toothbrush that just smashed her in the chest.
This isn't the kind of trap you'd expect find in an area like this.
Don't worry, I'm sure Droop can fix it with another healing sword.
He's not here, remember?
Oh yeah, he didn't come. Okay, you're not getting a healing sword.
Yeah, you lost your healer.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about
shake
Sasu was here.
myself out. I shake myself out and I try to examine the mannequin.
Yeah, give me an investigation roll.
I'm not very investigatory.
Well, it's a wooden doll. You know, it's not that tough as you look it over. Yeah, it looks sort of very roughly made. You're having to sort of bring your hands away now and again to avoid splinters. It looks like it was hewed from several pieces, not just one. And you look over the clothing and these came from different people. There's a lot of different sizes here and very worn out. It's standing pretty tall, and you give it a feel and all. It feels heavy. You know, it is dense wood. But it's also, like, you give it a little shake and all, you don't see any motion to it.
That's different. Why would somebody make a mannequin and then just stick it in a house to look out a window?
Good question.
Do you want an answer?
If you have one.
To lure people in.
Well, yeah, that's the likely thing, but the question is why?
To lure people in.
Why would they want them in here, though?
Well,
Trap it.
look down at your trap. Had you not survived, there's a new body to pick clean.
Eh.
Are there any other rooms in this house?
There are, actually, and with the... I should have actually done this here because we're a dividing wall. Another... Like, it looks clean in the graphics, but this place is just full of detritus and filth, and just... This is where a lot of people barely lived.
I'm gonna look for traps at this point for some strange reason.
I don't think it could be a strange reason at all.
Well, on the bright side, you're not under sunlight right now.
Is it perception or investigation?
It'd be an investigation.
Yeah, okay.
You don't see anything obvious.
Okay, I'm gonna take a step out here and see if I can see around this corner a bit better.
That is wall. Actually, you would be able to see that from where you are. There we go.
Okay, so there's no more doors, it's just this little room.
No, there is a door, actually. It's under Pufflesworth. Hang on. Yeah,
Oh, next. Okay.
yeah, the tight confines of a map. But it has to kind of this be sized just to be, you know, believable.
I'm gonna knock. Hello?
No. You heard that in response.
Oh,
Is anyone in there?
Just Zarzul heard it in response.
Oh,
I think I found something, guys.
where?
Through this door. I got a knock back.
I didn't hear it.
Oh. At this point, I opened the door.
You see what is not related in the graphics. It is just covered. There was maybe more than one person here, but now they are painting the walls.
Oh, God.
You don't see anything
Okay.
more than just bloodstains, though.
Any
bed
sign
is-
of what?
Any sign of what did it?
Yeah, any sign of what knocked back?
You have an investigation. Your favorite.
Okay, I shall discern the nature of this.
Well, it doesn't
It's
really
still
apply, but as you walk around, you think, I mean, there must be some evidence of how it's here. You start trying to picture, like, maybe a bear came in and mauled them, because it would take... No, it would take that kind of sort of strong creature to paint the place like this here, and then you sort of... You feel against one of the walls, you feel part of it come away, and this... What was sort of solidified and crystallized just sort of oozes out, and you see... What was filling the wall was just this mound of congealed blood that just falls away, and you see this huge set of claw marks. Or cut marks. They look to be about 7 foot long. 2 of them.
Oh dear. Yeah, no sign of what knocked on the door when I knocked.
No. I mean, you even check the door, and it's
Uh,
just got a blood splatter. You're expecting, like, bloody handprints or a knuckle? No.
So at this point, I'm going to close the door. Who is it?
At this point, Rain would have come out into here.
Again, only Zarzul hears the knock. So you don't know what he's answering to.
Who are you asking?
Did you not hear the knocking?
No.
No.
It's from this room here.
Anyone else hear the knocking?
No.
I didn't hear nothing.
Oh dear. Do you want to have a look inside? Because when I looked, it was full of blood.
No, you know
Sure.
what?
Not a nice.
You know what? I'm
Let me take
good.
I open the door.
You see exactly the same thing Zarzul did. Again, anyone who was looking down the hall did as well. The room has not changed.
Just a lot of.
Yeah, it looks like someone burst.
Well, I gotta get going. I'll see you guys later. Sorry about how you did shoot.
You look behind you and you do not see Siegfried. But yeah, take care, man.
Done.
We'll just remove his token for the simple fact that it makes it easier for you guys to get around these small houses. I could have made them bigger, but it just seems weird to have a slum that is, you know, 50, about 30 foot across in a room. That's some
Yeah.
prime real estate there.
Yeah, you want to make it look like a typical 1950s British house.
Is there anything I can roll to kind of figure out why the heck Zarzul might be hearing a knock that we're not?
You could roll. I mean, you could just guess. Maybe a ghost. This does look like someone died violently.
But you'd think that they would reach out to people other than just Zarzul.
Yeah.
Wow, ouch.
But then you also realize he is also a man of the faith.
Sure.
I mean, it's
I'm
it's a
going to-
pretend dragon god. It's not some cool dude like Kalemvor.
Yeah. On that note, I'm going to start praying for those who died there.
Okay, that does not require a roll, as you just focus on that for a bit.
And then a meteor comes out of the sky and crushes the house next to it.
Okay, I'm not entirely comfortable that we're already at the situation where the kobold starts praying.
To be fair, he's done that a few times just at random.
Yeah,
Lit-
usually it means things are going badly.
Hey, look at it this way. At least one cleric's praying to their god occasion.
I would.
If only you did his job. You know, you don't want to start praying and then hear, where the fuck have you been? What have you been doing this whole time? I was casting Ray of Frost. Look at my big shiny book. I write down my
That's
spells
how
now.
Rain lost her powers. Welcome to the club.
If only I didn't just pay lip service.
That would be hilarious if at the end of this campaign, the two clerics lost their divine powers too. This party just can't stay divine.
I'm still doing
Hey.
this stuff.
Just gonna
I
kick
haven't
back
done
with my-
anything.
Yeah.
I've been praying to my god.
Yeah, while also overindulging in chemicals.
Hey,
I
nothing about
stay
my
sober.
him is bad.
There's
The
nothing
end
is
of the
really
campaign. Welcome to the club, you two.
Yep.
There's
Mal-
nothing is Regina says he can't leave the hedonistic lifestyle.
There probably is. Anyway, Malgern, Castelli, you guys are sitting on the stairway leading up to the second floor.
Okay.
Just in case you were wondering.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can see over on the left the little bit of a landing you can actually spot. Yes, Rain?
Let's keep moving up.
Alright, who's going up?
Maybe send the light people up. I think the floor might give way otherwise.
Siegfried, you keep an eye on the door.
Fat dwarf moves out of the way.
Yeah,
send
Siegfried
me
will
over.
pass off his lantern so someone else can carry it.
Probably me because I'm willing to walk around. Also, I light my mace.
It doesn't light.
Oh shit.
That's right. Yeah, we.
Shit.
There's no
All
magic.
right, yeah, I'll take the lantern.
My
Okay, I'll
tosser
head
is
up.
just a little mallet.
Well, it's age, man. Roll me a deck save, Rain.
If someone, I just have to go get it.
I figured I'd have to roll a deck save.
Actually, now that can I try to use Mage Hand to just grab some random debris inside the house just to see if it works.
Yeah, Mage Hand works.
Okay, so innate, my magic is not.
Also, Rain, you quickly dive to one side, you press yourself against the banisters, you feel it start to give way beneath you, but you felt that whip of some piece of wood flying past you very quickly, and again you see those sort of those sharpened spikes, and you see a fairly big blotch of something discolored coming off them. It looked to be about throat height.
Oh god.
Okay,
Should have sent me. It wouldn't have been throat height.
It would have actually missed him. He would have gotten the pass. Same with Zarzul, Pufflesworth, and Wolfgang.
I'd be like, that's awesome. Just my hat flies off. What the fuck?
Oh hell. Yep, more trap.
okay, maybe it's time we start constantly checking on the way in.
Yeah, I'm gonna be investigating the rest of my way up step.
I'll help.
Which means you're right in the firing zone. Gotcha.
Remember to search for traps, Poogie.
For that fun.
Oh no, it was search for invisible traps. That's
You'd have a very gingerly poke at things. Unfortunately, Pufflesworth just barrels along, not caring. But you get up to the top of the stairs in the landing without any further spikes or anything launching at you. So hang on a second while I get you over there.
See, I was really hoping Pufflesworth could get unruly, run ahead,
No,
trigger
Gert,
a
can
trap.
you take Pufflesworth for a second?
Why? And as you two get up the stairs, you see
Like that.
the family dining room, and you see, well, there's only one for the sake of the fact that there's too many fucking tokens in these small rooms. 4 mannequins sitting at the table as if they're in the middle of a family dinner. The clothing's different, the construction of them seems rougher.
Is this Nuketown? Pretty sure we're in
Okay,
Nuketown.
this is different. Cornelius, can
Um,
you take a hold of Pufflesworth just in case?
So he can drag Cornelius into traps and not you.
I gingerly hold the leash.
Pufflesworth looks up to you.
You have an
I'm going to try to investigate my way over to the mannequin.
Investigate my way. So you're walking with a spyglass out. Clouseau style, gotcha.
Yeah, I am checking everything.
Yeah, I'll let that roll go. You don't see anything on the floor. You even, try to flip the carpet back with a toe. Seems okay as you approach the table. There's no food or anything put out, but there are bowls and cutlery, and there's just sort of holding them slightly. Looks like a few of the spoons have been nailed into the hands. Because most of them don't have anything approximating a grip.
I tried to investigate the mannequin.
It seems to be the same deal as the one downstairs. It's a very basic wooden construction. This one's a lot rougher. It hasn't been sanded properly. And the clothing is all different.
What? Okay. I'm not liking this at all. I assume I don't find anything. A cursory glance. Is there anything I can dig through?
Oh, you do see something at a cursory glance. There's a flick of brown. Very pale brown at the corner of your eyes. You think it darted along the back wall.
What? I go to try to check
Okay,
out the back wall.
I think we're gonna need someone to detect magic here.
I think Castalia can
Alright.
cast it for free,
I
yeah?
attempt to detect magic. Malgern does not detect any magic. It's fine.
Yep,
I
I
can
can
do it
do
as a
it for free.
ritual.
Castalia, you have this weird moment of... You cast it, you look around the party and the environment, and there is just a very dull glow from all of you. From the area, though, there is nothing. Nothing from the mannequins. As you get upstairs and check around, there's nothing either.
Mm-hmm. Nothing.
I come back around to take Puffle's grip again.
I hand over the leash.
So
Thank him for being a good boy.
he accepts the contact, yes. Two more rooms here, if you want.
Yep,
Dun, dun, dun.
let's go do them. Where are the doors exactly?
Come on, you're not that drunk.
Here, I go and open this door. Slowly to make sure that I'm checking for traps.
Are you? I don't think you are right now.
Oh no, I definitely am.
As you open up, you see... Well, it's more of a smell hits you as you push open the door. It was held back quite well, actually, by this simple wood. This was a pantry, but has been sitting for a while. Pupplesworth is on that shit.
As someone who just got
No, yank.
as someone who just got rid of old potatoes, I don't want to know what that smells like.
Honestly, sometimes garbage can smell nice. It depends on the sugar content.
Yeah.
Back.
Face first.
No. Yep.
He is buried. You can only see the back legs, and he is just rolling in this.
He's gone.
Pupplesworth, no, bad boy.
Yeah, that'll
He's
I
very
point out the displays of the beast that this is very undignified.
You guys are on the
Really is
you guys are on the bottom floor.
I
Okay.
try again to yank him back.
No, hang
I
on.
don't know this is happening.
The door closes slowly.
I reach out with a mage hand.
You manage to stop it before it closes completely, but that's when, Rain, you look up. And I just need to move their tokens into position, which is fun because there's a lot of them. As you look up and you see these small things clinging to the ceiling, they have pincers, they have antennae, they've got bristly, horrible, coarse fur along some of their chitinous appearance. They look like the horrid offspring of an earwig and a nightmare. But they're
God.
small, they're only up to your knee. But the claws seem pretty decent. These are creatures of a nightmare. So let's see, is that everyone? Well, no, actually, we need Malgern, need Castalia.
Zazu.
Yep.
Oh wait, he is. I don't know.
Where's the?
All right, which one of you shrieked like a little girl so that we know there's danger?
Yeah.
I don't shriek
We-
like a little girl. I just shout, "What the fuck?"
She shrieks like a grown woman who's getting in touch with her little girl inside.
Yeah, but what the
Right,
fuck?
I
How
heard-
many Awfulsworth could have shit on your shoe?
You're down there. You can't just move in combat.
Oh, we're in combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he just wanted me to move my token.
No.
I rolled 5. Nobody shouted. There's no urgency.
Oh no! I
See?
shouted, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't
but that's-
scream. I just shouted,
This is.
"What the fuck?"
I'm sure it's fine.
What the fuck did I put the creatures down to the bottom for?
Rufflesworth probably just got into something. She always yells like that.
Cornelius, what's your dex score?
1.
Bonk.
12 all in
Yeah.
all, but yeah.
Yeah, the modifier is what matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, so top of a round, it's the monsters.
Bum,
As they descend down around you, Rain.
This is how she died.
Maybe.
Ugh.
3 of these on her, 1 on Pufflesworth.
No.
I appreciate the fact that I rolled a 1 and
I think they all miss, actually.
Elliot rolled a.
My AC
That
is
was
exactly 15.
pathetic.
Ooh.
My AC is exactly 15.
It's almost like you should wear armor. Well, that's
Wes,
important, because that was the first one, so let's see if you save on this.
Nope.
Fuck.
Oh wait, advantage.
No.
I don't think
She
I
doesn't have an advantage against that.
Yeah,
No,
I
so
don't
it's
think
the
I
7.
did.
Here.
But the means do, so that's 2 more attacks. No, 3.
Oh shit!
There you go. Only 1 extra hit on you.
If only you wore chainmail.
Pufflesworth actually has more of an 8 AC. No, tell a lie, he doesn't.
This all could have been avoided. By a
Actually,
nice suit of chainmail.
before you just do 6 damage, there is something important.
Yes, she's paralyzed.
Yep, it's an automatic critical hit.
Mm-hmm. Which means we get an extra 1d4. There you
Did
go.
you just shut up now?
So that's a total of 7 damage. Well,
And let me
let's see.
guess, they're on fire too. Yeah.
Pufflesworth is also paralyzed.
Oh, no.
This is going to be a teaching moment.
For who? Cornelius.
I'm sorry. I cast doubt.
You managed to hold the door open a little bit, then you saw these things descend, and then a flurry of claws.
We have a situation up here, and I, with what I was holding with the hand, just kind of fling the door open, move in, and then it's motherfucking burning hands time.
Burn this motherfucker to the ground.
And I
No
can't-
time for spell shaping.
But, you know, lots of time for.
Oh, actually, hang on a second. First of all, you've got to make me a wisdom save, Cornelius.
Oh,
Yes.
I've never been so happy. We're all gonna die.
Okay, you're fine.
Wow, min and max.
yep.
Wait, what happened? Oh, nice. you wasted that 1. Congratulations.
Depends whether his advantage or not. Or disadvantage.
No, just a straight roll. But disadvantage will come afterwards.
But yeah, fire off of burning hands into there, shaping it so it doesn't hit the cleric and the owlbear.
Alrighty. Shit. I need to get a better desk. And you just need to find a number for say. There we go. Because the book fell over. You get it there. So 2 of them save, 2 do not.
So yeah, 2 of them take half damage and the rest do not.
Jesus saves. I'll always take full damage.
You are kind of surprised, actually, because you see how small they are, how chitinous. You unleash flame within the room, it just completely fucking fills it. And at the end of it, they're still there. And they don't look all that worried. Any movement?
I'm gonna have to move to the side just so people can actually assist. Does that go on attack of opportunity or?
Nah, can't really get his claw around the door frame. Zarzul.
Okay, I'm gonna head upstairs. I think I can make it to there. And
You
then I'm
can?
gonna put a crossbow bolt in the one at in the doorway.
Oh, the flaming one.
He has to.
Yeah.
Is-
Yeah, my normal,
Oh,
my,
yeah.
my nice bow is not working. So this is just a normal crossbow bolt. I'm not going to bother with the magic side of things. Hang on. Yeah, I'm very doubtful that the magic's going to do much good here around this place for some reason. So yeah, just standard crossbow bolt.
That's a hit.
These wouldn't happen to be undead, would they?
No, they are not.
Okay, so 9 damage.
You manage to puncture one, and it's sort of tilting off one foot for a moment as it turns to look at you with a bolt sticking through its hide. Bit of a narrowed eye there, if you could really pick it out. They're very beady.
Beady.
And do I get the feeling after obviously seeing what was done here that these things are resistant to magic?
Nope.
Okay.
You get no real impression off them other than they're nasty little fuckers. They're smaller than you as well.
This is good.
Any other movement? Any bonus?
No, nothing for the moment.
Rain. Hello.
Hi.
You get to do a con save.
Oh, goody.
Oh, never mind. Yep. Yeah, no. You do get it at the end of your turn. Go for it.
Okay.
And here I was going to have fun. You don't. You're still paralyzed.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da.
Ba-da-ba. Pufflesworth is not paralyzed. But it is the end of his turn anyway. So he scoots between your legs. Wolfgang.
I don't know what frightened him the most, the creatures or the fact that the room just filled with fire.
A little bit of both.
Welcome to a nice
Okay,
cramped
okay.
combat.
We're going to get to there.
Castelia. Who is having to do the novelty of adjusting her outfit now and again because it's just not clinging. It's not fitted the way it should be.
Alright, how much feet of stairs?
Just 1-to-1, so 5 feet up. See what I mean? It is like it's about 20 feet of movement from where you are, I think. Yeah,
From where I am or where I was?
where you were. Now it's just 10 feet. In order to get to the top of the stairs.
Oh. Yep. And, well, because I'm out of range, I guess I shoot. The injured one, because might as well clean the numbers out.
Mm-hmm.
Do I roll anything?
Well, yeah, Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, but it's a cantrip.
Yeah, you still like
Attack
a
roll.
yeah, you still roll it. Mage Hand works.
Right.
That's out of burning hand.
Only Droop is here to cast Hard Vision.
I do have that, so I can find. Oh, okay. It hasn't.
It would be relaxing right now.
It would also mean that the other people couldn't see anything.
You.
That's a hit. And that is actually enough to splat the thing apart. As the dark beam, which honestly looks a little thinner and sort of weaker than before, just smashes asunder.
And I do not think I can see the one on the other side of rain, can I?
Nah, that is a full blockage.
Alright, then that's it. That's it.
No, you could.
And turn.
Is that all your movement?
Yes.
Okay.
I only have 30 feet.
And I guess you can't hold the second shot.
No.
No. You gotta hold an action. Malgurn, you're at. Let's see now. You're at 30 feet of movement.
Oh shit, you're running out.
Yeah. Which is fine, you're now normal speed.
That's what, 5, 10.
Have you noticed the length of the houses are the same because it's the same floor plan?
25, 30, so I can get to here.
Yep. You could dash.
And I can't see anything, so I'm gonna dash.
Just gonna
stop
move
right
this
there.
guy out of the way.
And I guess you did bring the mighty battle axe.
No, he
No, I
did
didn't.
not.
And I can't hit anything from there, so that's my turn.
Yep. These things take a look at you guys coming. Glance back at the window beside them. But first, rain. Oh, nice.
I'm gonna.
Ah,
Can I impose disadvantage on that one, or can I?
There's only one you can impose disadvantage on, but it'll be that one, so he still hits with an 18.
Ah, damn it. Worth a shot.
There we go. So,
ow.
yeah, these are all auto crits as well.
What the?
Because she's paralyzed.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
Fuck, you're dead, dude.
At this point, I just imagine they're kind of like the temporal agents from Rick and Morty.
yeah,
Beating on rain.
35 damage.
I'm just watching that. I had to look over to her sheet. I was like, is she? No, she's still up.
Yep, I'm still up.
But then, they take a look at you all, and fucking dart out the window, through the boards. They are able to squeeze incredibly well through it. Malgurin, I'll let you have an attack of opportunity on them. Pufflesworth is going to do the same.
Right.
He actually hits. Oh, didn't mean to click yours.
Pufflesworth?
So you did 10 damage there, Raider.
Oh, okay. No, yeah.
No, actually, we'll do yours.
Right,
We'll do a 12. Yeah, Pufflesworth did 2 whole damage.
Woo! Go, buddy!
You know he's gonna lord this over you, Rain.
And it's weird, the moment they get out through the window into the darkness, they're gone. They are just out of sight completely. And we're out of initiative.
And I'm still paralyzed.
Yeah. I mean, you get to roll a con save after a couple of seconds.
I'm going to try and work out what that creature was.
Okay, you're no longer paralyzed, Rain.
I'm actually
Wonderful.
going to check and make sure Rain is actually okay.
Yeah, Zarzul walks past you to check the corpse, and Cornelius has to step over him to get to Rain.
I checked.
No,
Puffles.
Cornelius was in there first.
Pufflesworth is fine.
Okay.
Ow.
He's biting at the window trying to start to gnaw through the boards.
That's right. I thought he didn't get hit, did he?
He did. But he shrugged it off because he's the best.
That was ow.
Yeah, your legs are just covered in bleeding scratches right now.
And I'm going to do one quick thing
What
on
happened?
rain.
Yay!
What happened?
Well, basically, they dropped down from the ceiling.
Yeah. And then I saw them.
Then, flurry of claws.
So they're second level monks at least.
And then I was paralyzed. And Buffles was for a bit too.
Oh, that's horrifying.
I would second that agreement. And it hurt.
But I heard.
Yeah. Zarzul, this is not a natural creature. You've no fucking clue what this thing is. It's got a weirdly sort of humanoid sort of presence to it, but it is just wrong. You're not sure. It definitely seems of a more magical slant.
Okay. Does it have any? Does it look woodish in any way? Are we dealing with something?
It looks more
Okay.
weirdly insectoid.
Can I do a check to see because it seems obviously it's not something normal. This isn't a normal thing.
Yeah, you get the feeling this to be more of an Arcana check.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assist with that.
Oh, good. I already had that check. Okay. Good.
Yeah, this is something you two, and a few of you vaguely recall it being told as if you were disobedient children running out at night. These are the little boogeymen. These are the meanlocks. That's about the most people know about him as a name, and that they are from the darker side of the Fae. They seem to be very malicious. They seem to be all about causing fear and panic. And they, of course, are nestled in all the dark places that a good boy and girl should never go to. But, Rain, you can feel it. The boogeymen, that hurts. That's not something that wards off a kid. That's something that tears a child's head off.
Yeah, this was not pleasant.
Say, so Malkern brought the kitten with him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
How is it reacting right now?
It wants to play with the corpse.
I do not let it play with the corpse.
It gets annoyed. Starts to try to play with your hand. You lose another HP. It's very aggressive.
Yep.
Try and explain to the. I try and explain to the Dire Kitty that we don't have time for that right now.
Corpses are not toys.
Yes.
It definitely does not share that view.
Right, Benny? Corpses aren't toys.
Well, guess we can safely assume that apparently we're dealing with Fae magic now. I don't know if that makes me feel better or worse.
Is this Fey magic or something else?
Well, these creatures are usually Fae in nature, so
Usually doesn't mean definitely.
Malgern and Rain, what's your passive perception?
I think it's 17.
15.
Okay then. Malgern, give me a deck save.
I don't like that.
You definitely do not like this, as a huge hand grabs you by the shoulder, smashing through the boards of the wall, and pulls you out the window.
I don't like that.
You fall into the street below. And hang on, let me go grab his token. As you land beside a large being, of blue skin, of red eye, and white hair.
I don't
In
know.
one hand, it holds a huge glaive, about 4 times the height of you. This thing stands taller than an ogre.
Do I take any damage from the pull and or fall?
It doesn't. It actually held you there that whole time before letting you go
Okay.
on the stones.
Oh, he just wanted to bring it down to the ground. It's fine.
It has a look. It looks you over for a moment with a large grin. And, yeah. That- Oh, that-
yeah. I
that
see the
didn't work.
initiative
Hang on.
chart Show up. Yeah.
Although I can't fucking size it properly. Hang on. What the hell?
Yep.
It's a tiny little cropped box. Is it like that for anyone else?
What?
No.
What is
Seems
the
normal
tiny
to me.
crop bug?
Yeah, it's broken. Hang on, I gotta refresh. This'll take a moment. I can't even clear the damn thing right now.
Alright, so now I just gotta think about my impending doom, and oh, he's not that big. I can probably take him.
Oh, his this. where
Right,
the glaive is.
Cornelius? Think I can take this guy?
You got it. Fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll
Never
support
steered me
you.
wrong in the
We'll,
past.
There we go.
we'll fire spells and arrows down from this window.
There we go. Clear it. There we go. Now we can roll. Just had to reset shit.
Roll 20 just being stupid.
Yeah. Ah.
No!
Oh, we're rolling again? Okay.
Yep.
You go tomorrow. Just like every time I roll the single digit.
Ooh.
Yay!
There we go. I forgot I didn't have initiatives up.
You go tomorrow.
You go tomorrow.
Poor Ben. I feel that.
Oh, wow. That's a
What?
great showing.
Holy
Everyone leapt immediately to help Malgern.
Everybody just stared like, what?
They were
To be
just
fair,
frozen.
it was surprising to see Malgern there, this very heavy, weighty thing. Then there's a hole in the fucking wall and he's not there.
Yeah, they were just shocked.
Yeah,
For a minute.
this is
But
pretty
the
surprising.
The dog was on point.
Well, he's a wolf, he's always alert.
Yeah.
Let's see, just gotta get the sheets back up again.
Oh fuck, this is gonna suck.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's gonna suck a lot.
Actually, you know what? Give me one more deck save.
I don't wanna. I don't like that. Oh, I'm laughing too hard. I can't even click the.
Okay, you managed to keep your footing at least. You're not prone.
Okay. Oh, that would have.
Alrighty,
Kill me now.
where did I put his big fucking hits? As he looks down at you with a smile, just quietly stating, I love new toys. And then he swings this massive fucking glaive down at you. Misses the first one. Think he hits the second time.
Yeah, he does.
For 15 slashing.
Holy shit. Why'd I have a healing potion?
I told you.
I warned you.
Yeah.
He just
That hurt.
he just stands there smiling for a moment. And then he jumps back and hovers in the air
What?
by 10 feet.
What?
Does that pull him out of Malgrim's range?
It does. He does get an attack opportunity if he wants it.
Fuck yeah, cause I'm not a toy.
That's a miss.
I might be a toy.
You have the Shield Master of Feet, right?
I do. Yep. Let's see. Let me.
It's for spell effects.
You are subject to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw. You don't take only half damage.
Yeah, there was no damage involved there.
Yeah, it was just to stop me from going prone.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking of the one that lets you push things.
That's
knocks
on
you
his
prone.
turn.
That's on my. It has to be my attack.
Oh,
It-
okay.
It's my turn. I have to successfully attack something.
Yep.
Okay, that'd be. It's probably.
Yeah,
Fire.
and it didn't come into play because even though he yanked me out, that's why I asked, do I take any damage?
Yeah.
'Cause
And
I could have halved that, but there was no damage.
nope. And of course, he starts to laugh. It is throaty. It reverberates. It feels like for fucking miles in this echoing, cavernous place. It feels like you're more underground than you are in some slum that's just at night. You definitely feel like you're in a box. Wolfgang.
Quick question: where's the door out on the bottom floor? I'm just trying to see it on the map.
Here.
Oh, that one there, is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually the other way around, but I didn't notice that when I was laying this out. You guys are technically on the first floor. But it doesn't matter much. People would prefer to sleep on the bottom floor anyway. But you could always leap out the window.
Yeah, I considered that option.
It's 20 feet up.
What sort of damage range is that when you hit the ground, though?
That's a d6 per 10 feet. I'm a generous
Okay.
man. I'll give you an acrobatics save.
We'll just go running out the front door, as it were. I think they'll get about 1 or 2 squares.
His smile
That would be
grows
good.
bigger. Alrighty, Cornelius.
Now,
Yes?
if I enlarge Malgern, can
Yeah.
you reach him?
Yes.
It's fucking go time, big boy.
I don't think he ever wanted to call you his big boy.
It's okay. I can't hear him from all the way down here. Hopefully.
So,
Otherwise,
yeah.
I will
So you
have
get to the
turn
window and you
on-
enlarge and you make him big.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You are once again the cubic dwarf. In height, width, and depth, you are twice the man.
I really need to make a second token that's this big and just give myself the like Macho Man glasses. Oh yeah, brother.
His laughing gets louder.
And
Oh.
then I'm gonna move away from the window.
You got this, big guy!
We all believe in you.
Zarzul.
Okay, I'm going to step up to the window. Hunters mark this guy,
Mm-hmm.
and then put a crossbow bolt in him.
Doo-ba-doo. That's a hit. Solid 9 piercing. And a 6 on the hunter's mark. Nice. That fuds in, and you are relieved to see it fuds in properly. You got penetration.
Is this guy an aberration?
He is not.
Okay.
Didn't you
Mine-
pick... Wait a minute, you picked Fiend, though.
It was aberration I picked.
Was it Aberration? Okay. Oh well. Any movement?
Yeah, I'm now going to step away from the window. So next, we'll just cycle in out the window to fire.
Oh no, for fuck's sake, people.
I'm sure there's no way this could go
Let it happen.
wrong.
It's their own fault if they can't see it happen. Rain! Do you ever feel like... You remember those Soviet Womble videos, Scotch, where he keeps on yelling, spacing, spacing, for fuck's sake, spacing?
A little bit, yeah.
Rain, what are you doing?
Believe I'm going to lean down and
Dangle Pufflesworth.
No, I will not risk my Pufflesworth. The button I wanted to press this.
That's a miss. as the light sails past him. Ooh, a churchy one.
I'm now at Dragon Pufflesworth, and I'm gonna go head down. I'm trying to get downstairs. So, as far as I can go.
Malgern. Although I think you and Castelli are tied, aren't you? You're basically +2 on Dex.
I am. +3 on Dex.
Oh, yeah, you go first then.
Got a 17. So.
Nice.
So how does this being large affect me again?
You get an extra D4 in your damage.
Okay. All right. Just gonna give him that look like motherfucker. Shoes on the other foot now. Try to hit him.
You hit him as you swing up and collide. Yep, 14 damage as you carve down him.
Plus a D4, was it?
And then roll a
It's just a D4, isn't it?
17.
I'm pretty sure.
Hang on, let me just. There we go.
Yeah, it's D4.
Yep.
So that's 17.
Which is a bit shitty when you think that a bigger creature on the enemy side gets an extra fucking damage dice.
Yeah. Yeah. Where's my?
But it is a second level spell. Still, it's a bit iffy. Alright,
Now I'm smiling. Now I've drawn blood.
So is he.
I know. But I'm gonna do it again.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it again.
You know what? I think that's probably the first time you've gotten your 19.
Oh, is it actually a 19?
It's actually a 19.
That's probably, yeah. I think that's the first one. It paid off finally.
Criticals roll all dice the second time, right?
No. You just get an extra dice. Oh, yeah, he gets an extra D4, you're right.
So
Yeah.
let's roll another D4.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Right.
25 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's still laughing.
I'm smiling now.
He is.
Well, guess what? Guess what it's time for? You know what?
He's...
Boom. We're the same size now. I can do this.
You have advantage on it, too.
Oh, you
No,
do?
no, it's advantage on strength checks.
It's not. This is. Oh, fucking hell.
he,
Roll all over again.
as you try to shove, he just puts the foot down and keeps you in your place. You don't like that, do you?
No, I don't. Fuck off.
I now know how Puffleworth felt.
Castalia.
Huh.
So close.
Yeah, it's a athletics is a strength check, so he can roll it with advantage.
Let's have a look here. Yep, he does. So roll again. You got your chance to push back.
Wait,
Athletic.
Yeah.
oh, I roll athletics again?
Yep.
Yeah.
See if you get higher. Nope.
Ugh. So I do, it does, in the future, I do get advantage on that?
Yeah. Well, you're big.
Because it's strength checks, not, I don't know if it applies to it.
How much from downstairs is to get outside?
I mean, you can see. Straight.
I can see from where I am outside.
Yeah, although you're seeing more, you're more seeing here. It's a restricted view, and plus he's flying
Like
currently.
dark, isn't it? Too.
That too, but I'm saying, you probably have one of the lanterns. I believe you have one in your travel kit anyway. But yeah, it's more sort of restricted field of view, because he's flying as well, and you've got this awning here. So it's a little tricky to see him from where you are.
So...
You could hold your action in case he tries to move to the side or something. Time blast him.
Take the dash action. Done. Turn over.
Okay, then. On his turn... Don't worry, big boy, but not just yet. Ooh, and a pretty one, too. Hang on, though. He flies over you, past you, and through the window.
I'm sorry, what?
Well, he made it a lot bigger as you see him cram into this room. That's a nice trick you were doing there. And a nice little bit of a spark from you too.
Attack of opportunity.
Did you know? Oh yeah, he gets it. Go ahead. No, it's fine. That's a miss. Do you know I can do tricks as well?
Please don't.
As he unleashes a cone of cold and the entire room freezes up. Also, that's the wrong number. It should be a 13. Hang on. Ah, it didn't even update on the sheet. It still says 10 for some reason. So I have to modify these myself.
8d8.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cone of Cold is very strong.
Yeah, holy.
It's a high-level spell. So, those are 2 fails. Also, I forgot Pufflesworth. Yep.
What's happening with Zazzle? Is he in that room? Or is he just
No.
pushed into a corner at this
Where is Zarzul?
Under the guy.
Underneath
Oh, you're underneath him? Yeah, he just ignores you.
Yeah, you're so small, you could probably...
There's just a foot right beside you.
Too small to notice at this point.
Pufflesworth does save.
Good.
So that's 36 damage on Cornelius and Rain.
I'm almost dead.
So is Pufflesworth, to be fair.
Ditto.
And then he looks down at you, Zarzul. That was a good trick, wasn't
Friend!
it? And he just stays standing over you. But he does reach out and close the door. Give us a minute.
Oh, right, I have to do a con save to check if I lost...
Concentration, yeah. And in this case, it's actually more than 10 this time, so yeah. I think you lose it.
No.
Because half the damage, yeah. Would have been 18 you had to beat. Wolfgang's turn.
Sorry, Malgorn, but hey, you got some good hits.
You did.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Very confused at this point.
to be fair, that's not the worst that's happened to people in this round. Being small again is not much of an issue.
No, it's not. But, you know, I enjoy it. Yeah, I can't myself.
Also, up close to it, Zarzul, you can see its wound is healing. One of the big slashes that Malgorn made is gone.
I don't like that.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I forgot I had counterspell.
And that's how we die.
Yeah, Wolfgang races up the stairs. Cornelius, what's your situation?
Regretting that I didn't fucking use counterspell. I keep forgetting I have it.
I can't always remind you of it.
Yeah. But you never have.
I've had to remind you guys about a lot of your stuff before.
It's only because I have... It's only relatively recent I got counterspell.
Yep.
So I keep forgetting that I have it.
And how useful it is.
Only
Oh, also, of course, the mannequin is completely fucking destroyed.
It's a statue.
Yeah,
So the door's closed and you can't see the horror behind. That's something.
I'll fucking open it. Actually, if I threw Thunderwave right here, would it go blast open the door and hit him?
Yeah, it's pretty shitty wood.
Then I think I'm just gonna do that. Instead of having to walk in front.
Alrighty, so that's a con save.
And I'm gonna
Does not
cast
make it,
that.
actually. takes the full 9 and is blasted back, although some of the wall managed to keep him inside the room.
Is that a shaped spell?
Yeah, it would have been.
I'm like,
He knows you're in there. Although, maybe it refers to people he can see. What's the wording on that?
I think it just says a creature choose.
Yep.
Yeah.
Any movement?
Let me check.
Yeah, I'm gonna move a bit further up here.
User page.
Zorzul.
And then I'm gonna use the bonus action to drink my health potion.
When you cast an evocation spell that affects other creatures that you can see.
Yeah,
Oh.
that you can see.
I think you gotta do a con save there, Zarzul.
I knew I shouldn't have asked the question.
Just let it happen.
Hey, you resist though. You're getting used to resisting his thunder spells.
You still take.
Is that save or suck, or is that
Nah,
save
4.
or half?
Yeah, take 4. Well, you're not set back.
For once, it's not your fault though.
What's now a health potion is
2d4 plus 2. So Zarzul, what you doing? Apart from not hearing anything except a horrible piercing ringing.
I'm considering my options at this point.
Yes. I imagine you would.
Yep, I think I know what I'm going to do.
It requires no action to
I'm gonna
open the
stab
door.
him.
Actually, the door's smashed now.
Yeah. I'm going to stab him quickly.
Okay.
Just keep the damage going in.
Straight roll.
Yeah. Where are we? I was using the short sword of the vine.
That works.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
9 piercing.
Yep. As you dig
I'm
into
gonna
his
run.
as you dig into his calf, and oh yeah, you get purchase. Blood comes.
And also another 6 for Mark.
Oh, do your con save. Took damage from the thunder wave. No hunter's mark.
And I'm gonna leave this room, and I'm gonna take it. And
Yep.
Why?
Oh yes.
that's as far as I can get.
Hold on.
Oh, God.
Can't I do something about that?
Oh yeah, you could make it not a critical, yeah.
Yeah, that's not a critical.
Okay, you only take 19 damage instead. Come back here, my little playmate. I'm gonna cut you open and scrape you out. Anything else, Zarzul? How about the half of you that's left in the room?
Yeah. One thing I am gonna do is I'm gonna look back into the room, look at Cornelius, and say, "Do you feel better?"
A little bit, yeah.
11 HP.
Thank you.
Rain.
I'm actually at half health now.
Oh hell! This is the time I would love to use exploding chicken,
Mm.
but
Yeah,
we don't
but
got no exploding chicken.
it's... I mean, you could scratch someone for a d4 of damage. It's got quite fierce talons on it.
Okay.
To be fair, you are a level 8 character. Level 7? I don't remember what I left you guys at.
We're 8.
Yeah, you have resources to draw upon.
That was a 16.
But not on him.
Damn it.
That's mean.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means I get all the way down here. 6. What's the rolls for a greater healing potion?
A greater one is 4d4 plus 4. They keep it nice and simple. I think the superior is... I think it's 8. I think they skip 6. I'm not sure. You don't have any, so it doesn't matter. Malgurn, you heard a lot of noise in the upper floor. And you're
I'm
also...
small again. Yeah.
Well, you know, you're still buff.
You also are carrying a longbow, and he's by the open place where he went through the window.
But he does have his shield on him. It takes an action to get rid of a shield.
Yeah.
Don't know why they made it that way, but there you go.
And how difficult would it be for me to get back upstairs?
So, if he used the tosser, it just wouldn't return, right? That's the magical property of it.
Wouldn't return, doesn't get his +1 to damage.
So yeah, he's standing at the walls there, so it'd probably just be bouncing off him and go flying down the street again.
But if he misses...
Yeah, I don't like that.
You know what? If you want to try, you could clamber your way up under the awning for a strike or two. It might give way.
Yeah, fuck it, we're gonna do that.
Alright, that's athletics. Because there's some debris now, if it's a bit of a crummy build job, you could easily
Yeah,
find
and I'm pretty
handholds.
good at that.
Plus, you're good with stone, you know, this is shitty stone, this is cheap shit. Yeah, you're level with him now.
Alright, motherfucker, round 2.
That's a hit. Another great score. As you strike the same place you hit him before to realize, oh, you're putting a new wound on him. That old one's gone.
Well, then I guess I'll just have to make this one deeper.
It's deeper, but more in the shit than in him. And because of that, give me a dex save. As you throw yourself off balance. And you land with a thud on the ground.
Fuck off, game.
But hey,
I played Blood Bowl today. Yeah.
you take all of 1 point of damage.
So, where do you want me to land? Like here?
Yeah, just there, yeah.
Whatever.
Castalia.
Didn't die and then get MVP.
You do have obvious sign of him. Blue, Pio.
I saw her mic move for a moment. Mic icon.
Okay, I have sign of him.
Yeah, you can see him. The wall's smashed out, so you can see him up on the upper floor.
Alright then. Why do people feel the need to bother me at this time? I don't know.
That's a miss. That's a hit. She blasts into the thick overcoat he's got slung over him.
Mm-hmm.
Any movement? Any bonus?
No.
Alrighty. He takes a look around. He peers his head round the corner, Cornelius, to look at you.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm gonna show you more tricks another time.
Oh, thank God.
Oh wait, here's one more. And he vanishes from sight. You see puffs of dirt and debris coming out the broken wall.
Can I counterspell that? Or is it only attack spells?
No, you can counterspell it.
You want to try to counterspell the vanish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like letting be fucking invisible.
Oh, no, that's just rude. It does work automatically, of course, because it's a lower level spell.
Okay.
That's just rude. Oh, well. I'll make sure to make you a priority next time. See you around the neighborhood. and he sails out, up onto the rooftop to sit there for a moment, looking down at Malgern and Castalia. And you see as more of his wounds vanish. So he's about 35, 40 feet up. So Wolfgang can move, but that's about it.
Yeah. Wolfgang is going to go downstairs at this point.
Yeah. Cornelius,
Basically,
you feel the horrible chill that you've just made an enemy.
Yeah, well, at least he's not fucking visible. But, speaking of that, I'm gonna use great invisibility to make myself invisible.
Wow! Wow!
And then I'm going to
The
start.
hero!
Yep.
I'm in 15, 20.
Well, he gets his movement sorted. Zarzul, what are you up to?
I'm standing here at the same spot as Puffles.
He has no idea.
Yeah. As the Sarsul just here. Excuse me, pardon me.
okay.
Hang on, though.
Um,
Do a stealth roll with advantage. Because just because you're invisible doesn't mean you're silent. How bad are you at being invisible?
Hmm.
I wanna see
Just
this.
gotta use this to see that I'm.
Mm-hmm. I need that roll.
How stealthy is
Uh,
He's not wearing any heavy armor, so...
Well, it doesn't
Oh,
matter. It's just
fire them.
advantage. Yeah, there we go.
I know.
You're pretty damn stealthy. You managed to sneak around. Pufflesworth doesn't notice you at all.
I mean, even with my special armor, he's probably still quieter than me in most cases.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, no. He's only got a +1 to it. You've got a +3.
Oh, never mind then.
Anyway, Zarzul, what are you up to? You saw him fly up and out.
Yeah. I'm going to take a step this way and look out the window to see if he's there. He's not.
No.
Then I'm going to start heading downstairs. Okay.
Alright, well, you get your movement done.
Okay.
Rain.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
You heard a bit of a chatter.
Come on,
Yeah.
Pufflesworth.
What are you gonna do, Webgun?
I was thinking I was stay here and aim the bow out the window if I see a big thing passing by.
Okay.
Oh.
So apart from a bit of movement, what are you doing, Rain? Of course. For yourself or Pufflesworth?
Myself, I am hurting enough.
I don't
So
know
is
about
Pufflesworth, though. He has 9 of his HP left.
that. I don't like that.
He sees you cure yourself, and he is pawing at your leg,
But I heard.
chirping very loudly.
1 second, buddy.
Yeah, he doesn't understand the concept. Malgern. You can see him. He's waving up at you.
Does your backup boom still work?
Yeah,
No,
as far as I know.
No.
But
it's a magic item.
oh, yeah, never mind. Right.
Remember, it makes a bomb every hour.
All right. So
Well,
hear me out here.
But is the bomb still
I'm going
available?
to burn an action to equip the longbow, and then I'm gonna action surge so I can fire said longbow.
Okay. So you have the actions to get rid of the shield, and then you're easily able to
And
swap your
then
weapons.
my action surge to fire the longbow.
Yep. Bit more to the left. You got another shot.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you've got multiple attacks. There we go. That's the stuff. Think you're doing better with that twig than you were with a sword.
I hope he can see this because I'm doing it as hard as I can.
He does look a little bit ragged. A little bit.
Only a little bit. Oh,
Yeah.
They're all. I've literally put my all into this.
Yeah.
They look a little ragged.
Castalia. Just gonna send 2 blasts at him?
Yeah.
Hit him hard.
Nah, this one to the right. Oh, you're not even paying attention, love. It's alright. I'll be up close and personal another time.
Roll your concentration.
He isn't concentrating on any spell.
Flying isn't a spell for him.
Nope.
He's standing up on the. Also
No.
standing on the roof.
He flies naturally. Because do you notice Malgorn was hitting him before when he was flying and there was no con save?
Yeah, that's true. I did that and I laid into him.
You watch as some of his wounds just start to creep along and regenerate. As he walks along the roof tiles, ducking out of sight, and then fucking gone. We're out of initiative.
Ugh. I knew it wasn't gonna do anything, but burning the action surge there to shoot him makes me feel better.
It makes me feel better. I'm glad you did that.
And I'm running out there and go, all right, you. Oh,
You run out invisible, and then when you yell, you appear. Oh wait, no, it's greater invisibility. It stays there, yeah.
Shit, where did you come from?
well, that was anticlimactic. The hell was that thing?
I don't know, but I think you've made a new friend, Cornelius.
Why does every new friend wants to kill me?
In the distance to the east, quite far away actually, for considering how small the time's been. 1, 2, I'll be coming for you. 3, 4, you wanna board your door.
Alright, I've seen this movie before. We can't go to sleep. He'll attack us in our nightmares.
I think I know why they boarded their doors.
No!
They boarded
Look at
them
this,
from
the
the
Alpha
outside,
G.
though. The houses were boarded from the outside.
Let's go see if we can find someplace that isn't boarded.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense. I mean, I don't board my house for a hurricane from the inside.
Yeah.
Doesn't strike me as odd.
And if people need to maybe use the time to, I don't know, heal up.
Well, we definitely can't. That's not boarded up anymore. It looks the giant holes left in the building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a gap where a wall used to be.
Yeah. That place is thoroughly open.
You're just
A
pleased
little
that it's not Malgorn shaped. You can't be blamed for this one like the window.
Oh no, that halfling's a liar.
Okay. Let's just get moving and quickly, preferably.
All right.
For
As
once,
you-
I agree with
As you walk away from the building, about 8 or 9 roof tiles just slide off and smash onto the ground.
And the winner of the Not My Problem award is me. Just let it happen. I don't think anybody cares.
And distantly, Zarzul.
Oh no. In the same area? Or
Yeah,
during the-
same area.
You gotta go let her out the freezer before she gets eaten.
Wasn't any.
Hmm? What were you saying?
Yes. Don't worry. This. Maybe I should have checked under the bed, but
Nah, the bed was fucked. There was no space beneath it.
okay.
And yeah, as you
I think
continue to
they
walk.
would've
Hmm?
I think they would have called out by this point if they can knock.
We did hear a help, but
Is there anybody here with us?
Do you call that out?
No.
As you walk along these streets, everything on you guys echoes and reverberates. No matter how
Ugh.
quiet you try to move, it sounds like all the world is paying attention to you. Like you're just walking around in a big, empty box, and every sound wave is coming back. Malgurn is kind of fucking with you, same with Zarzil actually, because it's sort of like cavern echoes, but it's not right. It's definitely attuned. Or attenuated.
Is the beast reacting to this at all?
The beast actually seems kind of bored.
Okay, so he's not doing anything unusual.
At least he's got the expression of being bored. And yeah, as you look around, you can see this one's
right now.
this one's all boarded up. This place is all boarded up. It's a running theme, as you notice. Although as the light hits around this part, you can see just a great swathe of blood. Long dried, but stained in there.
So is it like is it a streak or a puddle or?
Lake?
Oh, lake. Oh god.
There's no depth, there's no wetness to it anymore. It's all dried in, but it is
But it was
a quantity.
Okay, I didn't know if somebody it looks like somebody got dragged.
No.
Just
Oh,
a
yeah.
bunch of.
So with the creature being counted, can I do a history check to figure out what it is, or Arcana? See if I can recall.
Yeah, I'll
anything.
let you do an Arcana roll for it. This one is the real boogeyman. The Meanlocks are known as Fays of Fear. This one, though, it's the big story. It's more sort of known to Castalia, from the bleakness of where she came from, as the Oni. This is predominantly something that eats children. It breaks into homes, it smashes things up, it kills indiscriminately, it devours children in front of its parents, it laughs in the face of any kind of attempt to deal harm to it. It is literally a terror that floats in the night.
I'm gonna do this just because I'll probably fail miserably. But
They're not Fae, though, they're more known as half-giants. Or even full giants. They are creatures of very deep evil. There is no mote of pleasantness in them. Malgurn, this blood, this probably came from someone.
Yeah.
And it's been here for a while, which means that person is probably dead because it's not in them.
oh come on, you don't need all your blood.
This looks like all of it.
I
It's
kind
not-
of,
it doesn't go off anywhere. It's just there.
Yeah.
I kind of share the information about the Oni.
Yeah, let's actually pluck any relevant info here. Hang on.
What is it
Yes.
called?
In nursery rhymes, Oni are fearsome boogeymen that haunt the nightmares of children and adults alike. Yet they are very real and always hungry. They find human babies especially delicious. Oni look like demonic ogres with blue or green skin, dark hair, and a pair of short ivory horns protruding from their foreheads. By the light of day, an Oni hides its true form with magic.
Oh.
I'm going to do something I didn't really want to do. I'm going to put on the hood.
It's quite cozy. That's about it.
Didn't give me any better vision or anything.
No. I mean, it cut off your peripheral vision.
I was gonna say I think it's not magical anymore, so I think if anything, it just hinders you at this point.
Yeah, that's true. Can I take the hood off afterwards?
Easily.
It's stuck again. Okay, I'll take the hood off for the moment then.
It's dematified, is decursed.
I'd also like to point out, of course, that he did unattune to it.
Yeah. No, I'd have to spend an hour to get it back.
Yeah, you can see that there's a street leading off to the north, and then a bigger mezzanine on the to the east. There's a lot of cluttered houses close together. Horrible condition.
Are there any houses that sort of stick out as slightly different? Or maybe have big holes in the where somebody's been in there?
There is the one you're standing by. It's boarded up as well, but it definitely was a store. As you look in, you can see... Strangely, it looks like sort of a large, fat body laying on a table. It's very big. It reminds you actually a bit of Megrin.
Shall we try this one? Does it look more solid than the other houses around, being a store?
A little bit, not by much.
That's a good start. I'm gonna knock.
You're partly relieved to feel that there is no knockback.
Yeah, is this boarded up still? So get
Yep.
out crowbar time.
Easy enough to pry it open. And then as you cast
Yeah,
light
I'm gonna
inside...
open it. Yep.
Let's see, just for fun, only Zarzul.
And that's how he did.
We could only hope. As you
worry,
enter
we'll
in to find a huge Mandragora root.
Wait, what? What the Whoa.
The rest of the area just looks like it was a vegetable store. And you can see bits from the wood paneling and all where this table has been basically improvised. And looks recent.
Whoa.
Okay. Does Zazzle have any idea what a Mandragora root is for, or?
You know one of its other uses. In that it'll get you really fucked up. Main uses,
Okay.
you've heard it's been ground up and added to all kinds of potions and magical tinctures, and you've no idea if it's actually legit or not. But it's a freaky plant. One this size? You've never heard of something this size. Usually it's kind of like it's kind of like a small carrot with a vaguely human shape to it. This thing has a face, it has what looks like distinct limbs, and it is huge.
Okay. Are the vegetables around the place rotting, or? Is it
Yeah,
just
pretty heavily rotted.
looking-
There's a horrible
Rot-
miasma of spores around here.
And was that one or two doors at the back of the room?
Those are actually not doors in this case. It's just, the map I could find.
Okay. Weird.
I go to poke in after him.
Yeah, all of you guys can enter and have a look. Like,
What the fuck? Do I have a better inkling on what this does? I would assume.
anyone got alchemy or herbalism? Anyone proficient in nature?
I'm not proficient in nature, but I do have a pretty high nature roll.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
yeah, but
Don't worry, guys. Malgurn can do it. Hey, look at that.
it's a freaky fucking plant. You bet wizards snort this shit or mainline it. They're probably fucking...
Yeah. I'm wasting all my 20s. And I need to
This is
stop
probably
that.
how wizards make kids. They carve it to look vaguely female and bingo. Plant one later, bingo, new apprentice.
I start looking at Cornelius in a new light. He's an unusual wizard. Instead of just making an apprentice, he kind of just went and found one.
Like this, again, this is sort of like kind of a snake oil thing. You've heard it used for so many things. You've no idea if it's actually part of the active components. Could be. It might just add the flavor. Maybe it gives us some nose because it's got fucking one.
Let us leave this place.
It is a silly place.
Yeah.
You don't want to take some mandrake root with you?
I was half considering it, but I don't think so.
You could if you want.
Maybe I can make some mandrake beer.
It seems like a bad idea.
I mean, you know that the scream is meant to make people pass out and sometimes even die, but that's when they're in the ground fresh. This one's been out for a while.
What if we could make some mandrake root beer? I mean, hear me out, guys. Bar.
That's his whole plan. Hear me out. Behold my words and listen carefully.
What if this is
Bar.
the main component of death wine?
Yeah.
Well, you could take a sniff and maybe you recognize the aroma. You're the wine guy.
Yeah, Cornelius, why don't you go up and smell it?
Well, just for sheer curiosity, I am gonna cut off a little piece of it.
So you take basically a finger of it. It's like a big chunk of ginger root.
Basically, yeah.
Do you want to go for the nose to carve off some face?
No. That's a little too creepy.
You know what, Malgern, as you inspect it carefully, it doesn't look 100 miles away from you. Like, it's not full it's not the full representation, but it's not that far away. Doesn't have a chin, though. Although, honestly, you've not seen your chin for a long time.
I think there's one under the beard, I'm not sure.
Yeah. No dwarf ever really understands how her face looks shaven.
Oh, did I just cut off a cursed person's finger?
I mean, you of course look at it to make sure, you see rings of
You don't
growth and all.
notice it now,
This
when you
looks
get
like
back to the
proper...
house, you realize it was wearing a ring.
This looks like a proper plant.
Yeah, I just have a feeling once the whole darkness things it disappears and such. I just imagine that they're mannequins that are suddenly turning into people again. And
Yeah, you roll it over, you don't see a tramp stamp, it's fine, it's not a person.
So,
Alright, unless other people want to look at this, I think maybe we should move on.
yeah, I'm fine with leaving this thing. I have no further interest in it.
It could probably taste good in beer.
Nope.
Give it a little snap in a cocktail.
I don't put things with faces in my beer.
You put your own face in beer, come on.
Yeah, but I don't eat it.
At a certain point, you're basically an ingredient. Think of all those times he got drunk on the bar with his beard stuck in the tankard. Using it like an improvised straw.
I mean, if Malgern does die, he probably is pretty well preserved.
Yeah.
Well picked.
Yeah. You guys leave me in the cart. We finally get back to town. No sign of decay whatsoever. It's just perfect.
Far in the north, it sounds like it could be... like the sound is distorting all kinds of weird ways. Oi! The man who flings magic. You got any loved ones waiting for you? You got people on the outside that are waiting for you to return heroic.
No.
Fuck! Oh, warms my
That would
heart.
have worked on me, but I don't think him. No.
Yeah, and let's be honest, Droop doesn't expect heroic.
That's the thing, he didn't even count Droop. Oh, don't you worry. For now, at least you matter to me. Take heart in that.
Well, guess at least one.
A few more roof tiles clatter down beside Malgern and Wolfgang. I don't gotta need a deck save from everyone.
What?
Because we are all bunched up again.
And as you look up on the rooftop, there he is. Not a mark on him.
Rip.
Just gonna repeat my trick from before.
Oh, God,
Counterspell.
I'm dead.
Counterspell.
He was already casting it. Surprise, motherfucker.
Alright, well, have fun, people, because I am out. That was exactly. Oh, wait,
God,
actually,
we have
You
a-
saved.
yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
he's-
only half right.
Yeah, it's 13.
I got it exactly. Does that?
Yeah. If you meet it, if you meet the DC, it's fine.
Ow.
Wait, also, hang on. How is it a surprise if he yelled at us?
Why'd you ask for a deck save?
Oh yeah, it was
It's
con
even
save,
wild.
correction. Although your con is basically the same thing, so like it would have been
Yeah.
19. Cornelius the same thing actually as well.
No,
Malgar.
mine is one higher. The con. Okay, I have
Yeah,
one
either
con.
way, I don't think it matters for anyone's results here.
Yeah.
Like Malgern
Mine
made it. Yeah, Malgern, you only took half. And so did Rain. Yeah,
I hurt.
I
Yeah,
thought
Zars-
the deck save was for
Actually, I think-
the
Yeah.
tiles.
yeah.
Yeah.
All of you made it actually.
Yep.
And I'm just used to calling out deck save because that's most of the spells. No. What you heard was a distant voice way the fuck up here.
Okay.
Because he's got tricks. Bubblesworth is also
God. I'm now very confused. We've got multiple Zazuls and Wolfgangs.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two
Yeah.
Zazu-
I forgot I grabbed one of the spares. I have another set of you for interiors just in case. There we go. Now you're fine.
Displace the wolf in 2 places at once.
Oh, there's a point. How well protected is your cat?
It would kind of just be in a leather sling across my chest.
I'll say your shield covered it. In fact, actually, can't think of it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll say your shield covered it, but Bubblesworth is out cold.
Kind of hanging chest height, yeah.
And as he stands there, bearing his glaive, not a mark on him, and a big smile, we're going to end for this week. Because we're at the right sort of time. So this gives you guys times to make some very panicked decisions for next time. It's been a while since we've had an ending like that.
Yeah.
So everyone okay for next week? We still won't have botch, sadly.
Yeah, should be fine.
Next week is
Well, if
fine.
something abnormal happens, because I've got some crap going on.
Yep. P.O. Webgun?
You can't really.
I should be
predict
fine.
It should be fine if schoolwork doesn't invade.
that.
Okay.
And worst comes to worst, if you can't be here, he can give me control of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can be in
I'd
control of
probably
Rain and
make it on my-
Pufflesworth.
Yeah,
Well, I'd be able to make it on my phone if all else fails.
Yeah, so I can operate roll 24. So yeah, worst comes to worst, it'll just be a little awkward.
Yep.
But we're not foreseeing anything.
So we leave the party in a hell of a situation. I'll be back next week.
Ugh.